the divine statues when you are 30. Okay, even Jesus did not rule before he was 30. Okay? So there were things that Joseph had to learn. You know, Joseph was a proud young guy. Huh? I mean, after all, God did good things to him and he felt good, you know. He felt above his brothers. Especially with this dream, you know, when everybody bowed to him, even the suns, the moons, and the stars bowed to him. I mean, wouldn't you feel good if you have such a dream? Okay. But you know, God had to refine that dream in the life of Joseph. He didn't want him to become proud because of his dream, because it has nothing to do with him, it has something to do with God. Okay? So when God is doing something good in your life, don't become proud. You know, because it's grace that God has given you for free. And so, you know, while Joseph may have been a little proud, you know, maybe even much proud, I can't tell, you know, I wasn't there. But he must have felt good, you know. I mean, look here, all of you come and bow before me. But then, you know, he had to learn the lesson that he must not dominate them in a human sense, but that he must be a leader in a spiritual sense. And when you look at the progression of Joseph, you will see that when finally he had the opportunity to revenge, okay, when his brothers came to him because they were hungry and the family back home was starving, he could have revenged, but he didn't. At that time, he had learned the lesson. It's not me in my human strength that demands you to bow down to me, but this is something that God arranged in his own sovereignty and by his own grace. Okay? So he had learned that lesson to an extent where he was crying tears. Okay, if he was a different man, he could have laughed his head off. He says, finally I got you. You are going to suffer, you know. You have delivered yourself to me, and you are going to see what I'm going to do to you. But that's not what he did. Because, you know, God had turned his human emotions around from a human selfish perspective into a serving perspective. Okay, and as he said later on, you know, do not worry about what has happened. God brought me here. Okay? So he understood things from a spiritual perspective.